When someone writes an account of another person's life, it's called a biography, but when someone writes an account of their own life, it's called an autobiography. Autobiographical works are often said to be unreliable sources of information because the author inaccurately recall memories either unintentionally or on purpose. Herbert Samuel, a British Liberal politician, once said, "An autobiography is the story of how a man thinks he lived." However, we believe that sometimes a life story is more truthful when it is written by the person who lived that life. To support this, we will use two autobiography books as examples. An autobiography allows people to know what it was like to be someone else and be in their position, giving a sense of truth and reality. For instance, Incidents and Accidents. The autobiography of a Yorkshire lad by Don Byram himself, where he illustrated his life experience when he was a child. This includes the stories about how he suffered from child abuse and near-death experience. Most biographies are subjective. Some authors are emotionally detached from their subject and fail to engage fully with their stories and recollections. An example of this is The Life of Samuel Johnson by James Boswell. He did a biography of Samuel Johnson where he manipulated the story into his preference. Autobiographies may provide unique insights since nobody knows better than the object about themselves. To illustrate this, Buried Memories by Katie Beers and Carolyn Gussoff is an example where they described about a guy named John Esposito would violate Katie Beers in the most horrific of ways while telling the young girl that she would be with him forever. A lack objectivity, and they can be opinionated and biased in either a positive or negative way. For example, some biographies have a strong admiration of their subject, whereas others remain more skeptical or neutral. To give an example, Elizabeth Gaskell's biography of Charlotte Brontë case, where she has been attacked by many for being a very biased portrayal of the formed author. However, Gaskell's The Life of Charlotte Brontë is considered one of the most remarkable literary publications of all time. In conclusion, biographies are not necessarily more trustworthy than autobiographies, and in certain cases it can be the other way around. Both biographies and autobiographies have the potential to be misleading, and their degree of truth are dependent on factors such as the author's memory, degree of objectivity, and the accuracy of information drawn from secondary sources.